Patrick, you've been at the helm of this workshop, guiding it along, and it's certainly not the first of your world premieres that you've shepherded along, and including for us here at Dead Man Walking and Streetcar Named Desire. What's been your reaction to the way the story takes shape and how it's being told musically?
Well, I think I've known Chris for a long, long time, and my attraction to his music in a broad sense is his ability to balance the intellect and emotion. And I think that's probably my attraction to music at all. I mean in a big sense in my life, and that he's been able to find that balance in this piece, which is a very, very tricky balance, of course, because we all have a collective emotional memory of what that day means, and so the more character-based it is, the more moving it is, and I think we're able to find a way to that in this workshop, and that's been the important thing for me to find. That's my job, is to try to illuminate Chris's music as a performer, not to write myself.
Francesca, it's your job to make this story come to life on the stage. Can you say a little bit about the concept that you're working on to make this happen?
Yeah, I mean, obviously this is a vast, vast panorama and a vast tableau. Just a word about going backwards, because I know that so many people in this room care about opera and write about opera and think about opera. And, as David first started his remarks about part of what we feel is our responsibility and our, I think, personal loves is how do we create something for this art form for the future? And certainly not every opera we do, we know is going to have a long life. I feel fortunate with David, a few that we've created together do have long lives now. But this one, when I first read the book, it had immediately these operatic themes in it. And I think we're always looking for what's going to make a great new opera. And I was fortunate that I knew Jim as a friend. We live near each other. And I read the book and I thought, oh my God, it's this two incredible love stories, three characters, a contemporary work, not based on a film, not based on a novel, something that was based on a true story, but that harkened back to the great themes of things that we love in opera of the 18th and 19th century. But that was told through very personal, specific characters. And I saw that this great sense of bonding between the two men, this friendship that started in Rhodesia, went through Vietnam, and then all the way up to 9/11, was really this amazing connection of these two men. But what was so dramatic or theatrical to me was that they were soldiers of today, that they believed in these high principles, but they took very different paths. Dan, which we haven't mentioned, becomes a Muslim, starts off in Afghanistan after Vietnam, wanting to fight the Russians. And of course, that's highly dramatic. That's a big buzzword in our society today, the moment you say Afghanistan or Muslims. And this connection of the two men is Greek. I mean, it's Iphigenia, it's Oreste. It's these things that we love in opera. And then, I mean, I'm sure, how many times you go to the opera and it's like, oh, the ingenues are falling in love, oh, everything's wonderful. But we don't go to the opera and we don't see people who are in their 50s fall in love. It's like Hollywood doesn't give that to us, right? Novels sometimes give it to us. But we rarely see that. I don't even know another opera where I see it on stage, except for Erda and Wotan. I was really trying to think of like mature love stories. I thought, well, yeah, Erda and Wotan, Siegfried, that's pretty hot. They're sort of reconnecting in Act 3 of Siegfried. So I thought, okay. So I thought what's so great is that there's this second time around love story, which is so powerful and so palpable, and this beautiful setting of these two love stories. And you cannot make any theater without a love story. That's like always got to be your engine, all right? And then there always has to be an antagonist. And in this case, of course, the antagonist is history. And so to fuse together love and history in a powerful story is a rare, rare thing for us to find in opera today. It's why we love the Trojans. It's why we love the Ring Cycle. It's why we love the works of Mussorgsky. It's why we love the historical pageant pieces of Verdi. They are all at the core of those works. So we're going to try and do that today. If we succeed, who knows? But at least we're trying. And we're trying on something that has deep meaning in our society today.